to continue. Only you can bring honor back to the plate today. For years, it has been my goal to acquire the secret formula for...
Hello, my friends. We're back. Mr. Laberson here just wants to chill in my hood. He ain't trying to react right now. He's just trying to chill. And Mr. Laberson, you don't pay rent, so this is what you have to do. Unless you want to get a part-time job and start paying rent, you gotta at least chill with me for part of the video, okay? You can't just relax in the hood the whole time. Jaiden Animations, everybody. We're back. And it really seems to me like Jaiden just insists on only getting the kind of pets that go after sweet little muffins like Labby. See, he's already freaking out. He's already like, no, I don't want to watch your video about birds. I hate the birds. But still, we must investigate. My birds laid eggs? Oh no. They're multiplying. Ari was already enough chaos.
But it appears they're multiplying.
Hey guys, I know it's been a while since
Jaiden.
I've had a story to tell. But I have a story to tell, and it's because my birds accidentally laid eggs together without my consent.
Oh, no.
Okay, so let's back up. I'm sure the majority of you know this guy right here, Ari. Classic piece in the Jaiden Animations lore. If you don't know him, you don't know me. I keep Ari in his own room because he destroys literally anything if he has access to it. In a way, you could call it a containment room. But when I'm not around to give him attention, I wanted to make sure he has a friend around and isn't just sitting there all alone and pitiful-like. So back in October 2019, I got Tofu, which, oh my god, I'm just realizing is much longer ago than I thought. Tofu, I thought you were still just a baby. She definitely isn't as well known as Ari, but we're talking about her now.
Yes, it is very important if you have small animals that you get small animal friends for your small animals. Labby, what would you do without your brother Bingo? You'd only rely on me for hanging out. I can't hang out with you all the time. I got videos to edit. Right, Mr. Laberson?
I was so nervous back when Tofu first arrived because I obviously hadn't gotten any other pets before, and it was really important that she and Ari actually got along. Birds can be pretty particular, and some just flat out hate each other for no apparent reason. Some sort of bird drama or something, I don't know. I was worried my birds were gonna mean girls each other, and then suddenly I'd have two singular birds, which then doubles my original problem. I went through the typical process you're supposed to do to introduce them, keep them in separate areas for a bit, let them kind of see each other, slowly introduce them in small doses, and suddenly they were best friends.
Yay!
I was so happy. Plan B of having to get 4 birds was now not necessary. So great, everything was going according to plan. I have 2 birds that can keep each other company when I'm not around. 2 birds, 1 stone. That's what they say. You got 2 birds with 1 home. Actually, that's very important with muffins as well. It's actually a bit of a process because muffins, they love having homies, but sometimes it takes them a bit to warm up, you know? It is also a process to introduce muffins to other muffins. Isn't that right, Labby? Because when you see your big brother Felix, you lose your mind. You actually lose your entire mind, which is so silly because you'd be such good friends. And it is very concerning when you first get a new pet and you're like, oh my gosh, is it gonna be friends with my other pet? Because if it isn't, oh, you're in for a bad time. But if it works, oh boy, that's good. Everything was going according to plan. I have 2 birds that can keep each other company when I'm not around. Nothing could possibly go wrong when there's a pair of animals that get along very well. It was a peaceful, happy 3 years of 2 birds who were besties until this past spring where everything went wrong. They became more than besties? I walked into the birds' room to give them their morning food, and on their dresser, I find 3 tiny little eggs. Oh no! And by the way, when I say tiny, I mean you would be shocked to see how small bird eggs can be. These things were the size of a quarter. Some of you may be thinking, Jaiden, why is this a bad thing? Jaiden, it's the gift of life. This is a why is this a surprise is my question. Okay, sure, but why are you surprised? You had a male and female of the same pet, and the only other one of that animal that they see in their lives is one another. You don't think eggs are gonna happen? Is this really a shock? If you put a male and a female muffin together in a cage, you will have 16,000 muffins in a year. How much can rats multiply in a year? Yeah, 16,000. That was pretty close. Under ideal conditions, a single pair of rats can multiply to produce approximately 1,500 to 15,000 descendants in a year.
Bruh, just a few muffins is enough for me. I can't imagine having to raise 15,000 muffins. You know what, bud? You're chilling a little too hard for me. I say we get out your brother Bingo. Guys, I'm gonna do the little switcheroo real quick and see how Bingo Bear handles this.
1 muffin retrieval later.
All right, who's ready for Bingo? Don't step on my neck. All right, we have a Bingo Bear who has already retreated to the hood. All right, Bingo, are you ready to chill with me? Now, you guys may not know how much of a homie Bingo is. I'll tell you why you don't know that. Because I actually recorded a video where I reacted to Bluey, the TV show, not just James's animation. I watched the actual show of Bluey.
Muffin, you hang that
Muffin, you get that ukulele!
But I want to go a cowboy!
Let the muffin come on!
Oh no, you're not gonna climb on the microphone, are you? He's on the mic. And Bingo was hanging. He was the boy. He was the realest and illest. But you know what happened when I tried to upload that video? It got fully blocked around the world. Like, not even just copyright claimed, like I literally could not upload it. So that made me sad because that video was actually fire and you guys would have really liked it. But that's what happens sometimes, you know? Anyways, Bingo is a real one. This ain't his first rodeo. Let's go.
Some of you may be thinking, Jaiden, why is this a bad thing? Jaiden, it's the gift of life. This is a beautiful moment of miracles. Okay, sure, but actually, no. First of all, I don't want more birds, especially fragile little fresh out the egg ones.
Yeah, you don't want to raise baby bear birds.
Remember when I was worried I'd have to get 4 birds if Ari and Tofu didn't like each other? Why am I experiencing the same dilemma again? 2 birds is already enough, especially since one of them has devoted his entire life to being a full-time bastard. Anyone who has a gremlin pet
I would never say that about
that
muffin.
creature is equal to like 3 pets worth of energy. It's a lot to handle at all times, and if my plate gets any more full, I'll unlock Alchemist. Second of all, this is now my problem that I need to handle ASAP. I can't be like, oh, I'm busy right now. I'll deal with it later. No, procrastinating would only lead to possible hatching. Not 100%, but there's a chance. I'll get to that later. Which leads back to my prior statement that I've stated multiple times at this point of I don't want more birds. Immediately, I was like, how did this happen? I've been preventing them from laying eggs together for so long. What changed? Unlike cats and dogs, birds can't really be neutered, at least not easily. You can give them like monthly hormone shots or there's other stuff, but it's just really complicated.
But that stuff's for the birds, you know? Get ready for that to be my main joke for the whole video. Saying things are for the birds that are literally for the birds. Listen, we don't do too many videos about birds, okay? So just give me this one video where I'm gonna say that everything is for the birds. Bingo, Labby was too chill, always hiding. You are kind of doing the opposite, Mr. Bingo. Oh no. Okay, yeah, try it. If you jump, I swear. You're too heavy. All right, there you go. We'll watch the video. No, I'm just kidding. I can't watch the video when you're doing that. Oh my gosh. Come back. You could give them like monthly hormone shots or there's other stuff, but it's just really complicated. Of course. And you're better off simply making sure their environment is set up in a way to discourage nesting and egg laying behavior. There's a few things you could do to prevent it, but to sum things up, basically, don't let the birds nest. If they find a dark little hidey hole, they'll start treating it like a nest and get hormonal, and suddenly you've got eggs. No nesting, for the most part, no problem. I looked around the room and was so confused. All they had in there were their cages, climbing tree, and a drawer I bought to hold all their bird stuff. And the eggs were just on the top of the drawer too, not even in a safe burrowed nest-like place. We didn't give you a nesting spot.
And cracked open on the floor like an omelet. Tofu, this is not even close to motherly instincts. After a bit of snooping around, I pulled the drawer back from the wall to realize—
a whole nest.
Oh my god. These birds have been secretly burrowing into the back of this drawer like they were plotting a prison escape. Somehow, Ari and Tofu
I want to see pics.
Their tiny bodies in between the drawer and the wall and started chewing the back of it to get into the drawers from behind.
How did you not hear that?
They literally gnawed through it like the nematodes in SpongeBob.
The nematodes?
All the sawdust on the floor. Well, here's a picture, but it doesn't do it justice. It looked like a construction site and smelled like Home Depot.
It smelled like Like hot dogs? Just kidding. I've never had a Home Depot hot dog. In fact, I've never seen the place in Home Depot where they apparently give hot dogs. I keep hearing about these Home Depot hot dogs, but I've quite literally never seen them. Does Home Depot have hot dogs? Well, Home Depot itself doesn't sell hot dogs. Many locations have hot dog vendors set up outside the store. Oh, they do. That's true. Home Depot does not sell hot dogs as part of its in-store inventory. Man, what a rip. What a rip. Can you believe that there's no Hot Depot Home Dogs? Or sorry, Home Depot hot dogs? What a rip.
And smelled like Home Depot. Suddenly it made sense. They were using the drawer as a secret nest. Whenever I was in the room, they were out and about. Hi, Mom, please give us seeds. Nothing nefarious is going on. I leave, and boom, straight to the forbidden nesting drawer they go. Criminals. As I'm connecting the dots on how we got to this point, I realized I don't even know which one of these knuckleheads even laid the eggs. When I got Tofu, I made sure she was a girl. A little lady. I talked to one of my bird knowledgeable friends when I was considering getting another, and she recommended a female bird because there was a higher chance Ari would get along with her more than a male bird.
Really?
So Tofu has been DNA checked and female certified. However, way back when I got Ari, I never got him/her checked. Green cheek conure genders can only be confirmed through DNA tests, and there wasn't really any important reason to know Ari's gender at the time. So I just didn't. Over the years, I've just started calling him my big man because of the way he acted and behaviors he displayed felt very obnoxiously masculine. But it was always more of a gut feeling above anything else. But I am now facing a possible reality that my bird I've had for 7 years that I've been headcanoning is male.
He ain't just a man, he's a dad. Bingo, you'd probably be a good dad, you know? I don't think you will ever get to experience the joy of fatherhood, but that's okay, because you and I can be homies instead, you know? Who needs fatherhood when you got homies, you know? Plus, I could not handle baby muffins.
You already are enough of a baby muffin, isn't that right, Bingo?
Okay, guys, what do you prefer? Labby chilling in the hood, like a real one, or Bingo just going bananas the whole, the whole video? Leave one or two comments. I like Labby in the hood, or I like Bingo bananas, okay? What's your preferred muffin archetype?
But I am now facing a possible reality that my bird I've had for 7 years that I've been headcanoning is male could have been female this whole time and is the potential mother of these confusing eggs.
Wait,
because yes, birds don't need a male around to lay eggs.
Really?
Think about it like chickens. They just be laying eggs out the wazoo without a rooster in sight.
Yeah.
They don't care. Boom, egg. If it's a girl bird, that thing can lay eggs whether you or a male bird wants it to or not. So in this situation, Ari possibly being a girl is the thing that's blowing my mind the most. But one quick peek at their little bird booty hole swiftly gave me the answer. It was definitely Tofu.
Eggs came out of one of them.
I'm just saying, laying 3 eggs a quarter the size of your whole body biologically does something to you. Anyway,
yeah, I would imagine.
I immediately booked a vet visit for Tofu. Laying eggs drains birds of their calcium and overall health, so I wanted to make sure she was generally okay. The vet took a look at her and was like, she looks fine, she's acting fine, we'll give her some vitamins.
It's a bird, it's gonna do the egg.
She's still got more eggs in her. What? Tofu, how many of these things
got more eggs in you?
Also, we gotta limit this whole ordeal to as minimal as possible, please, because that vet bill was not fun. We can't be making this a routine occurrence.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we don't know yet. I guess actually, so Tofu laid the eggs. Did we determine for sure if these were fertilized or not? Are these eggs that are just gonna be omelets, or are these eggs that are gonna be baby birds? You know? Because that's 2 completely different situations. Do we know yet if Ari is female? When are we gonna find this out? Bingo is at the edge of his seat. He's literally on the edge of his seat trying to figure it out.
What do you think it is, Mr. Bingo?
By the way, homies, Labby has one thing to say to you.
Make sure you are subbed to Jaiden.
That's right. What else should they do?
Don't forget to boop like on this video and sub to me.
Thank you, Labby. I agree.
Because that vet bill was not fun. We can't be making this a routine occurrence. It's no mystery laying eggs can also be pretty dangerous for birds. There's a chance it could get stuck and the bird just dies. And to be honest, I
that'd be
really didn't want
horrible.
that to happen. So every
be
egg
sad.
meant an extra mountain of stress and anxiety
That'd
for
be
me.
really sad, Bingo.
Yippee! The vet told me conures typically lay eggs every other day. So once she
Every
goes a few
other
days without
day.
laying any, then I can come back and get her another
Bingo,
checkup.
are you
to really
happy in
make
that
sure
new
she's
spot,
all
bud?
good. So I let time pass. And
Is that a
in
good
total,
spot for you?
Tofu ended up laying
Is that a good spot?
8 freaking eggs. She was not supposed to lay that many. Normally, conures lay clutches of like 4 or 5. So she basically laid 2 birds worth of eggs.
2 birds
I
with
don't
1 stone.
Know what to do. But all right, she's finally done. We can now move on to the second step in the what to do when your bird lays eggs without your permission.
Are they
plan.
real
I
eggs?
have to swap out the eggs.
Are they
for
real
fake ones.
eggs?
If I just yoink Tofu's eggs away, she's gonna be like, what the?
She's
My
gonna
eggs,
freak
dude, what the
out.
hell laid those? And she's biologically programmed to start laying more to replace them. Luckily, my friends Jordan and Kelsey had some fake conure eggs. because
Ian and
coincidentally,
Anthony from
their
Smosh.
bird-
See, as you guys can tell, different muffins have very different personalities. I know you may see muffins and you're just like, oh, every muffin is the same. No, we can confirm now. Every muffin is very vastly different. Bingo just can't stop moving. He can't stop the feeling. And now he's in my hood. Oh no, I think I'm gonna get burned. Ah, it's a muffin. Okay, sorry. It's just a little muffin, right, Bingo? Just a little muffin, right, Bingo Bear? I should have done thumbnails with you and not your brother.
Luckily, my friends Jordan and Kelsey had some fake conure eggs because coincidentally, their bird laid eggs like 6 months prior to Tofu.
And you
so
compared
they already
them?
went through this process and were definitely supplying me with mental support. They lent me their fake eggs. I swapped them out, and perfect.
Wait,
Tofu is now
what?
trying to be a mother of 8 balls of plastic. After a few weeks of
What?
them not hatching, she'll move on, forget all about them, and everything will return to normal.
You still don't
It
know
was
if
a
those are real
successful
eggs?
heist. As in, I gave them both treats, stole all their eggs right
Okay,
in front of them,
Bingo.
and they did not notice. You might be realizing, even though Tofu's eggs won't hatch, I still am in possession of actual real bird eggs that may or may not be fertilized.
Oh my
Yep,
gosh.
as much as Ari could have been the mother, he could also be the father. We don't know.
This
Big
is
drama.
crazy.
Are you the father? More like, is there even a father? After consulting with the vet and various bird resources, I basically had to make sure no birds could start growing in them just in case.
Yeah.
Even though it's very likely they were just empty little chicken eggs, we couldn't run the risk. By the various resources aforementioned, I was given a few options. I was told I could smash them, which felt a tad bit too violent for me. Oh, Tofu, are these your little eggs? The first eggs you've ever laid in your life?
You can't watch. He can't watch, guys.
Absolutely not. I could freeze them, just put them in a little container, pop them in the freezer, and there you go.
Okay, I have an idea. You got these eggs. Feed them to snakes, okay? A snake will eat that, right? Spare a muffin. Spare a sweet, adorable, kind, loving muffin. Bingo has watched too many of his kind succumb to the snake. Okay, can you stop? It's like his own roller coaster, okay? He's going in the same order every time. Should we switch back to Labby? Let's switch back to Labby. Okay, we'll do it.
1 muffin retrieval later.
All right, we're back to the OG. Is he going to chill in the hood or he's gonna chill out here on the block? You know, Labby, I'm gonna keep it real. You know what would be the most hood of you is to chill out here on the block. The most hood thing you can do is actually to get out of the hood, you know? It may sound counterintuitive. He's all about the hood. And listen, the hood loves you. You've earned your respect in the hood, but it's about time you step outside. You know what? Maybe this is an appropriate time to say, if you're a big muffin stan, if you're into the muffins, there's only one true way to let the world know. The muffin shirt. The muffin shirt. This is also a hoodie with an extra Oh, I got the muffin hoodie right now. On the front, you know what it is. You got an adorable little muffin. On the back, you got a big old bonus muffin. Now that's swag. And then also, Labby, you know what else we have? We have the classic Rats Are Friends t-shirt. This comes in blue, it comes in pink, and it comes in black. Whatever your mood for the day is, you know what I'm saying? These are legendary, iconic shirts. Show the world that you really about that life. Pick one up on robertidk.net. You know what? robertidk.net right here. Oh, we also got the Mingus merch. That's pretty cool. Okay, all of this stuff, that's pretty cool. But right now, what we talk about, muffin hoodie, as I just discussed. Swag, rats are friends, as I just discussed. Swag, we got the black, we got the aqua, and we got the mauve. And then if you want to get really crazy, we do have the mouse pad, right? Anytime you're watching one of my videos and I'm on my computer, which is every single video, this is what my mouse is sitting on. These are the original 6 Muffin Barringtons. Y'all know what it is, robertidk.net. This video also will probably get copyright claimed, so keep in mind I will likely be making 0 money. It is what it is, but if you want to support me by watching my other videos or picking up some merch, not only will you literally be cooler if you do that, but also it helps me out and it helps me keep doing this to provide for my family and provide for my little muffins as well.
Absolutely not. I could freeze them, just put them in a little container, pop them in the freezer, and there you go. But the last option, which sounded the most insane in my opinion,
eating them,
was to boil them. Make tiny little boiled eggs.
No.
Why does that one sound the most deranged and psychopathic?
Well, it does.
I know people consume all types of bird eggs all over the world, but boiling my own Conyers eggs just feels way past the line in mental sanity. So I popped them in the freezer to hang on to whatever humanity I had left after all this, and they've been there ever since. I still have them. I'll go to grab a popsicle and be like, oh, hello, tofu eggs. I don't know. Even though they won't hatch, they still feel special. They're my little baby tofu's little baby eggs. I don't want to just throw them away like they're nothing. I'll just keep them in my freezer forever because that's somehow the most sane option I was given. Some people might be like, Jaiden, you should have tried to let them hatch. But you do not understand. I am absolutely
not prepared.
Definitely not qualified to
raise a bunch of birds from birth in a house. Listen, your boy right here, I personally believe birds should be outside flying because they were born with the incredible ability to fly. So, with that being said, raising more baby birds is not the move, okay? You don't want birds to spawn in on a house, you know? They should spawn in on a real nest with sticks and leaves and stuff. Baby birds.
Hello, baby birds.
Oh my gosh, this looks like a drawing. Can you believe how silly baby birds look? It's so funny. And all they want is food. They're like, give me the food. I want it more than my brother, even though we look identical. Yeah, give me the food. Mom, food, mom. That's all the baby birds are known for is screaming for food. Oh, and this pouty face, I suppose. Baby muffins are crazy. Baby rats are just like rats, but little. Look at the baby! Look at the baby! It's so cute! Oh my gosh, there's a little baby rat. Oh my goodness, a little baby muffin. This is a brand newborn baby muffin. You know how when you're a human, you're like a full baby when you come out? Rats aren't quite like that. They come out as these little sausages, and they still have to just chill for like a couple weeks before they actually become furry babies. And then they become this kind of furry baby. And then they're like this kind of furry baby. Now, you know, Labby's pretty much a grown man at this point. You're pretty much a grown man at this point, right, buddy?
You do not understand. I am absolutely, definitely not qualified to raise baby birds. I promise this was the best thing to do for everyone.
Yeah.
For me, for the eggs, for Ari and Tofu.
For society.
God knows Ari would have been an awful father. Or mother. So that's what I've been dealing with over the past few months. Tofu's fine now. She's essentially back to normal. I have since removed the secret nest drawer they have claimed. I'm sure they weren't too happy about that one, but hey, you reap what you sow. People will tell me, oh, you're the reason I want a bird. And I always think to myself, man, that's unfortunate. The majority of people are not suited to own a bird. Case 1, they can cut through furniture like chainsaws.
Yeah.
Case 2, they could lay eggs and curse you to put them in the freezer like the egg murderer you are.
Yup.
Or worse. I love my birds with all my heart, but if anyone ever asks me if they make good pets, I turn into the biggest hater. And if you're a good bird owner, you'd probably agree with me. Birds are beautiful, intelligent, loyal companions, but they're also knife tornadoes who can force you to question your own mortality as you spend a fortune on vet bills.
And they fly, so they should probably be outside. And I agree with most of what Jaiden said. I will say, if you want a pet bird and you vow to be the greatest pet bird owner ever and spend a bunch of time with this bird and make sure this bird has a super happy life, do your thing, homie. But if you are not prepared to give this bird the life it deserves, because you are depriving it of flying through the skies, you know that, right? So if you're trying to replace that, you better be an exceptional bird parent, okay? But I think that is the important thing to remember about pets. Pets are fun. I know you may see this video where I'm chilling with my Muffin Barringtons and it's like,
Oh wow, having a pet is all fun and no bad, it's all good.
but keep in mind, not every day are you going to be in a good mood and want to hang out with your pets. You won't always have the motivation to clean their cage, to clean their home, but you still gotta do it. It's a responsibility, okay? And if you do ever happen to get muffins like me, make sure you get more than one muffin, okay? The only time it's okay to get one muffin is if you are going to spend literally hours a day with that muffin, okay?
Because the babies, they deserve a friend. And Labby, you are such a good muffin today. You are a good muffin bear. How do you feel about the video, Labby?
I love the video.
Good? All right, homies. If you didn't see it, here's the last video that me and Labby did looking at Jaiden. You've probably already seen it, but if you haven't seen it, this is your next watch. Check it out. Here's a whole playlist of times I looked at pet videos, okay? This is a series that you need to watch if you haven't seen it, okay? Here's Jaiden's channel, and here's all the times I looked at Jaiden's videos. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. See ya next video. Peace.